welcome back to day number 3 of the 10 days of Halloween with I myself, the original Renegade. So, for those of you who maybe don't know, maybe you've only just clicked on this video, you haven't gone and watched the other 2 that went up 2 days prior and what have you, I'm doing the 10 days of Halloween challenge. Now, this was originally set out by an actor who is my complete and utter fave, Mr. Thomas Dekker. If you don't know who he is, then do go ahead and Google if you want to. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like I say, it's one of my favourites, all-time favourites. But essentially what it is I am going to tell you over the next 10 days my top 3 film picks for around this spooky Halloween season. So, just to give you a quick recap, the 3 categories for these films are the beat-off category, the show-off category and the laugh-off category. Now, if you need a more in-depth kind of explanation of each category, then do go ahead and click on day number 1, because that's where I laid it all out for you guys, and you can sort of start from there and see what I was going on about. But for now, I'm going to jump into it because I don't want these getting to be super long videos. They're meant to be quite bite-sized videos that I'm putting up. So as per usual, I have my trusty pad with all my selections on and my notes for you guys. So let's get straight down to it. So the first category, the beat-off category. For me, the film for day number 3 for the beat-off category is 2005's The Skeleton Key. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, why? It is one of my absolute favourites, and as per the beat off category, I can sling it on at any time. I'm always like happy to watch it kind of thing. It's a film that always comes to mind and I'm like, I really love that film, I should watch that film. So basically it's got Kate Hudson in it. For anybody who loves Kate Hudson, it's got Kate Hudson in it, and she plays a nurse who has to go to this plantation style house really out far, sort of in the bayou kind of thing, and she has to go and look after an elderly gentleman who's had a stroke, essentially, because his wife's elderly. She doesn't really have the time, you know, to be looking after him or anything. It's down in the deep south, all that lot. So basically she goes there to help him and to look after him, but there's something sinister afoot. There's something not quite right going on, guys. I mean, come on now, it's a Halloween film. It's like a horror film, but it's more of a psychological horror than a like slasher movie or like an all out blood and guts kind of thing. So it's more psychological. It does focus on voodoo and hoodoo. For those of you who don't know what they are, then I suggest Google personally, you know, if you want to. Maybe not, because then people might look at it and be like, why are you Googling voodoo? That's very strange. But anyway, it's about, you know, this film in the deep south. It's just really gritty and edgy, and it's got good twists and turns in it, and it's one of my all-time faves. I absolutely love it. It's such a thriller that I love watching it. I absolutely love watching it. So I would definitely recommend that one for you guys. Like I say, the twist at the end, you're not even going to see it coming. Not going to see it coming. And that's all I can say, because I really don't want to spoil it for you. But it is an amazing movie. Check it out if you can. Okay? So the next film is my show-off category. Now, as per the rules of the show-off category, these are things that, you know, even though for Thomas personally, Thomas kind of said that this was for more intellectual films where you can show off and show how intellectual and artsy you are. Unfortunately, I'm neither of those things. No, I'm intellectual, but not when it comes to watching movies, really. Sorry. We can still be besties though, right? Right? Thomas, we can, because you're totally going to watch these videos, obviously. Anyway, the point is that this is the movie that I love to show off to people. A lot of people haven't seen it for some unknown reason. Don't even know why. But it is the amazing 2006 Silent Hill. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Silent Hill is based on a video game. I believe it was on the PlayStation first, but don't quote me, because to be fair, I haven't actually played the games. This is a movie that my brother-in-law Andrew got me into, because he has played all the games, he loves the games, massive nerd with it and everything like that. Yeah, now we just shout Silent Hill at each other every so often, because that's kind of that happens in the movie. Anyway, so the point is, it's brutal, it's twisted, it's a dark nightmare, it's set inside this town that shouldn't really exist. It's kind of, it's on the fringe of existing. It's hard to kind of like even kind of get it through to you guys, but it shouldn't exist. It is disturbing, it is dark, it focuses on this girl called Alessa Giuseppe, who for all intents and purposes was tortured essentially during her lifetime, and it's very sad, and I find it sad anyway, but it is really dark and really creepy. It's centered around a cult. It's honestly surprisingly relatable, to be fair. Surprisingly relatable, but it is really brutal, and the end scene, whoa, it is a gore fest. So any of you who are into super gory things, who, you know, like freaking your friends out and stuff like that, there is a lot of freaky stuff in this movie, so do show that to your friends. I've shown it to my friends. One of my friends made me turn it off halfway through because she just did not like it. She was not about it. Just nightmare inducing, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So please do check that out, and do go ahead and freak all your friends out, because come on, that's kind of the goals of Halloween, right? So that is definitely my show off movie. Now for the last category, my laugh off movie. Now again, laugh off movies, these are things, quick overview, where you can bake cookies to them, decorate the house to them, throw them on, and when you're having cute little sleepovers. They're just meant to be cutesy movies. They're not anything crazy or terrifying or anything like that. They're just cutesy Halloween movies, to be honest. So for me, it's the 1993 The Halloween Tree. Now it is an animated classic, and it's from Cartoon Network. It's based on the 1972 novel by the same name, and it's a fantasy novel, obviously. You know, it was brought to life by Hanna-Barbera. I used to watch it all the time on Cartoon Network when I was younger, you know, because it's around the sort of era that I grew up in. So it's kind of one of my favourites, and unfortunately they don't play it very often now, so I don't really get to see it very often, and it makes me super sad. But basically what it is it focuses on this group of friends, and they're led by a boy called Pipkin, and something ends up happening to Pipkin, and he kind of goes missing, and the other guys have to find out what's happened to him. But by doing so, they meet this creepy guy, and he is super creepy. He's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, or Nimoy, however you want to really pronounce his name, but Spock. Let's just say Spock from Star Trek. That's who the guy's voiced by. And he's just creepy, and basically what he does is he leads them on this massive journey through all the centuries of Halloween, and you essentially learn what Halloween means to different cultures and how Halloween started and everything like that. And it's just really fun and happy, and it's like a heart-melting kind of movie, like a real feel-good movie. I love it. Like, when my niece is older, I'm totally going to put it on and show it to her. I need to like get on Amazon or something and try and find a copy of it, because like I say, it's not played on TV anymore, and it makes me sad. It makes me super sad, but honestly it is such a good movie, and I love it, and it's heartwarming, like I say, and I enjoy every second of it. So, but they are my top 3 movies for day 3 of the 10 days of Halloween with I Myself. So yeah, that's kind of all I've got for you today. So tune in tomorrow for day 4, when I'm going to have 3 more movies for you guys to check out. Until next time, guys, I am going to check you later. So check ya.